too long, don't go to bed. Blah, blah, blah. This world, in particular, I have a tie to, as it is the first world I've ever been in. It's one of my favorites to go back to sometimes. I don't have as many memories with this one, but it was the first one where I met a few people, including the first time I actually got to meet some furries in VRChat. And that started to open up my eyes to many things. I remember back then, though, like, talking to people, even in VR, was so difficult. I was so half mute that I just pretty much only acted like a goofball and sort of talked to people, specifically my friend. And he introduced me to his friends, and I hung out with them for quite a while. But I was still too shy, so I had a hard time trying to introduce myself to people. Now, I don't know. I guess I just don't have that level of shyness anymore. Always a fun world to be in, though. I really did enjoy it so much, though. Just a comfy, calm rain world. Nothing else to do but stay inside at the time, so I just hung out in here when I had no art projects or videos to watch. Just stay in here with my quest, actually, because this was the only world I could go on the quest, because well, back then I even had paranoia just about using my computer and taking risk in any way, shape, or form I would not do. I was so terrified of everything then. And now, I'm not that terrified person anymore. And I'm happy about that. And if not for the people who I hung out in here, in this world with, twisted up on words, when do I not? I don't know. I'm just, again, very happy that I got to meet all those people. My friend didn't stay with VRChat, well, for much at all, but that's just because he was always so good at socializing and finding other ways to socialize and do things out in the real world. Well, not during that time because COVID, but he just played a lot of games and hung out on Xbox, and I just stayed in VRChat. Just kind of hanging out with random people in open lobbies, hanging out in the Fur Hub. This being the first avatar I found that I was like, I want this. I want to be this cute little fluffy thing. He's so cool. But of course back then, I wasn't willing to admit to being a furry too, and I thought this was a good middle ground avatar. But obviously you don't have to be a furry to use furry avatars. I just thought this was the best one for that kind of scenario, which obviously... I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. Don't know where I was going with that. I'm just remembering a lot. I love this world. It brings back a lot of good memories. Memories of growth. Growing as an individual. We may not see it always, but when you really think about it, when you go back, you see the way you grow. Just an example being taking some old art I made and redrawing it and finding out that my style's changed entirely and expanded as well. But I guess this is one of the first worlds I wanted to remember. I want to go back through as many as still exist and go through all those memories. And if any of you wanted to watch this through and come along with me down memory lane, that's cool. And if you ever want to share your own, I don't be afraid to. I'd like to hear your memories of things you used to do and how you move forward now with those memories and ways that you've grown from these things. Don't stay away for too long. Don't go to bed. This song in particular, I heard around that time too. Absolutely loved it. Just jamming out the music, goofing around, dancing. So much fun. When that actually started was later down the road. But this is the first world. This one means a lot to me. This avatar means a lot to me as it was the first one I used. And that's why it's still favorited, and I'm so happy it's still uploaded and available. But even if it wasn't, I can always grab it from Gumroad. Or not Gumroad, Booth. I guess in a way this is me remembering, but also talking to whoever may be listening. Any of you, my friends who are, I appreciate your time. Thank you for being in my life, for helping me grow. I truly appreciate all of you. Bye-bye. No, I'm crying. What? No. But yeah, Room of Rain, very important world to me. Not many worlds back then. Hell, you could even just go through the community creations list and just completely clear it out, including all the created worlds. And now you can't do that shit because people are uploading content constantly now. Crazy amounts of it. Like, you can't even keep up. But if I ever were to get lucky enough to where I got a lot of time, I would love to just visit every single world out there in VRChat. Again, like I used to back during COVID. But, I mean, I'm grateful just for that time. I mean, COVID was terrible and hurt a lot of people. Now we have a new thing just going around the U.S. constantly making people sick like the flu and freaking colds. But maybe it was meant to happen for some reason. I know for me it was a good thing. Bad in many ways, but good in many ways for me. But yeah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. It's enough of those memories. But yeah. I think this is a good place to start with Memory Lane. Oh boy. And thank you for staying to the end if you did. Appreciate ya. Mwah.